Okay, YouTubers, I'm going to show you guys this here. This is a piece of a metal hoop I found, a steel hoop I found in the woods. You can see the rust, the rust parts on it, the rusty parts. I just took it and spray painted some primer on it. I wire brushed it and then put some primer on it, and it doesn't have any rust on it. It doesn't look like it in the camera, but it doesn't have any rust on it. It's just for the shadows in the steel. But anyway, that's what I used to mold my bows with. I use this for the deflex tips on this longbow I've got over here. But this other one here, I rolled these, I steamed it, I cooked, basically got a pot of boiling water on my stove and boiled the tip and bent it, put one end of my vise and rolled it over a log and bent it over a log and held it that way. I did both tips that way. You see the back tip is that way too. They're both reflex tips, and that'll give the bow a little more speed. And this bow here is 60 some odd inches here. Let me see. And this is the sister bow to the other bow. They both came out of the tree, pretty much just like that. That's how the tree was when I cut it down, and that's where the handles were. This bow here is about 10 inches longer than this bow. And I'll measure this one real quick. We'll just see exactly how long it is. But pretty sure I can get about a 60 inches. Exactly 60 inches. So I should be able to get probably 25 or 26 inch draw out of this bow. Okay, between my riser and my handle, there's a good 10 inches there. There's 10 inches of the bow that doesn't move, plus these end limbs here don't move. All you're going to get is the end of the limbs here, because it's thicker here. It's not going to start bending until when I thin it out, the limb is going to start to bend actually right here. This is going to be a working part of the limb where this is not. This is the working part of the limb, and it should start right about in here. So my bending shouldn't even start occurring until about right in here. It's going to start right in this area is where it's going to be taking a lot of stress. So I've left it just a little thick there because you're going to be compressing the wood when you pull it back this way. When you pull it back this way, this wood back here on the belly is going to compress. And besides pulling forward on a string when it snaps back, it's also pulling out. So it's more forward force coming out of the string. And hopefully we'll try to keep this bow. Most of my bows we really shoot quietly. This bow here is cedar. Got a cedar handle. This bow is already sold off. I showed this to a guy today, and he loves this bow. He already wants it. So this bow's already gone. It's not even done yet. So he likes the cedar handle, I guess, and it ought to look really pretty when it's varnished. But that's the sister bow to the long bow. So this one's 60 inches long. That one's probably 70 inches long. Probably not quite 70, I don't think. Goes 67 inches. So I'm going to shoot for a 67. I'm going to shoot for a 64 inch string. 63 inch string. Shoot for about 4 inches under, because that usually gives me a hand and a thumb for the spacing on my my tiller. You should be able to ball your fist, and your string should touch your thumb. That's usually a good measurement to go by for a soft bow. And Usually I have figured out that most of the bows I make are 2 to 3 inches shorter than the bow. Some of even more so. My Osage bow, the string is probably 5 inches shorter, but that's a hard shooting bow. This Osage snakeskin bow is it's raw, or not rawhide, sinew backed and snakeskin backed, and it is Osage, and it shoots like a rock. This little bow will kill anything that walks. It's 70 pounds at 24 inches, and I shoot 26-inch arrows. And the arrows they shoot pretty fast, and the bow is deadly quiet. It's a little crooked to look at down the bush. It's a little crooked, but it shoots great. My riser is right here, and the arrows, the string lines up perfectly over the center of it. It's a good snaky bow. It's a good self bow. But this thing, like I said, this thing will kill anything that walks. You know, you put your shot in the right spot, then you know, practice is how you get good. So you hit your spot, it'll kill. You know, if you hit the spot, it'll kill anything that walks. 70 pounds, I'd say it's 70 pounds because I know what I can pull back. That's I'm just guesstimating the weight, but that's all I can pull back, and it's all I can do to get this thing back to 24 inches. So, I mean, that's all I can do to draw this a full draw to 24 inches, man. That's as far as it'll go. You can't, you know, with all the strength, and I'm a pretty strong guy for, you know, I know what 70 pounds feels like. I've shot a recurve for years that was exactly 70 pounds, 72 pounds. And I know what that feels like, and this feels the same way at 24 inches. So that's how I judge that. I gave Brandon Burroughs a bow, and he asked for a bow that was 45 to 50 pounds, and I think I nailed it right on the money when I pulled it back and guesstimated the weight. He got it and said he could pull it back with his teeth. So I think I'm a pretty good judge of the weight. So I wouldn't swear by any of them on a scale, but I think that I'm pretty close. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.